to Whips in the Dungeon 401.42. We're going to talk about the in-betweens. There's a lot that goes on in an in-between. First off, what do I mean by in-between? Well, we're playing and a song is playing and the song ends, and there's usually that pause between when one dungeon song ends and the next song begins. So what do we do with those in-betweens? Well, one thing I do is I usually play with one toy for a whole song, and when that song ends, I move to the next whip. So when the in-between happens, I'm going to get my new toy, but I'm going to focus on the whip catcher that I'm playing with. So we've warmed them up. It's a good opportunity to do some energy work. Energy work can be done with your hands, just simply rubbing your hand over the area that you've been whipping. While you're doing that energy work, check in with the whip catcher that you're working with. Find out where they're at on their pain scale. Match that with where you're at with your control puffs. If their throat chakra is closed and you can't seem to get to communicate with them, then ask them if they can hold up the number of fingers that they're at. Find some way of communicating and gaining explicit consent to continue. So there's a number of ways of doing energy work. You can use your hands, you can use your fingernails, you can move energy around with a bear claw. A lot of people like knife play. The tip of a knife will move energy from one area of the body to another. The whip itself, my whip catcher specifically, loves the feeling of a slow drag or under tension, more tension, a slow draw across the skin. And they've given me feedback that helps spread that energy around. So you've done your in-between, your check-in, you've moved some energy around, you're ready to move on to the next part of the scene. Another song plays, you have another between. In that between, go through the same rituals and check in with your bottom before you continue. Gain explicit consent to continue. And today's key word is in-betweens.